Hey, all right. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. Back with another one. Okay, damn, they done changed the fucking design. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Shit. Let's see here. Yeah, the avatar for a minute. Yeah, yeah. Little adjustments. Let's see right quick. Um. Oh, okay. Okay, they fixed it. Okay, good, good. They made some adjustments. Good, good, good. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Because at one time I had to restructure it and then the playlist. Um, okay, thank you. Because I didn't know. Thank you. They make some adjustments. Thank you, Restream. Oh shit, no, no, no. Yeah, altered. No, thank you. Yeah, finally. And now I can see y'all. Appreciate this. Appreciate this. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I gotta see something real quick on the other side. Shouts to Absalon and all that. Oh, damn. And maybe W's on fire, bro. Oh man. Oh man, this dude. Her videos and I don't want nothing to rupture it. It's been a minute. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, I see it now. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now it's because at one time I had to drop the other videos and I guess they fixed it for me. All right. So lots of things to talk about. Salute. What's going on, APTV? What's going on, everybody? Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. He's that brother's been doing it for years, man. That website is still consistent. They add little research there and there and they thought it was gonna take them offline. Yeah, realhistory.com is pretty good. A lot of stuff is just it's a lot of sources you can use. You can dissect certain information, but what I do is I use the actual be modern with it because if the young people come behind us, they can research for themselves because this can spread but 19 Keys, man, on Math Hoffa broke down, and he sounds like an interesting guy. He was talking about space stuff. I talk about that last week and things like that. I talk about various things, but you got a lot of sense to be stuck on relationship content, like losers as always. But anyways, there's a lot going on. I'll talk a little NBA ish because I've been watching it. I've been consistent watching it now. Interesting. Everybody talking about the Lakers going to win a championship, which is not entirely true. I don't think it's that rigged enough because look what they did with that LeBron trade with AD and everybody's crazy about that. I don't see him winning. The size will kill him. But what Draymond said on that TNT is coming true. Jimmy Buckets, think about it. They are a dark horse. I still got the words coming out, beating OKC or go out in the West. But me personally, Denver, remember, who won the championship 3 years ago? Warriors. We see playoffs like this. And remember who won 2 years ago? Nuggets. So it's anybody's league right now. A lot of people say Cleveland's gonna win the championship. The reason why to me say they're the best to win it, OKC to win it, they're gonna get swept. Um, the way they play, that high offense, they look for foul calls. Think about it. The refs don't give a damn about you about them foul calls. They don't give a fuck about that. Like I said, it's rigged to Boston to win it. The East, me personally, because Boston's the better team. They're gonna beat everybody. The only team that can match with Boston don't want to face them. Me personally, is Indiana Pacers. If they play well and they do well, and all these teams now, Detroit's up and coming. They're the future. I just don't trust Donovan Mitchell because Donovan Mitchell will be beat in the playoffs because his playoff record is terrible. He has to grow up and say, "I want this championship." I don't think they're ready. They're inexperienced. The only experienced player they got is Tristan Thompson that won a championship. What in 2016? That's almost years ago, almost decades ago. Think about that. Think about that team that he was on. That's a long time ago since he had a championship. I think he had one recent. I don't know if he was on that Lakers team in 22. I'm not sure. I gotta check. But that shit's wild to me, man. Like a lot of people in these media people, they're idiots. They don't know half of these sports and all the stuff that's going on. Yeah. Yeah, they balling. I've been paying attention. Well, thanks to Jimmy Butler, that trade helped them accelerate. Do not be surprised if they do go to the finals because Draymond said that during the All Star break and the All Star game, and he said when it was going to do the that format that was about Steph, and Steph kind of confirmed. He said they love pressure. See, all he's doing is boosting Steph's confidence, and then if Steph gets in the rhythm like he is now, do not be surprised if him and Jimmy and them guys go to the finals. I'm just saying it could be a rematch of the Warriors and the Celtics. I'm just saying, do not be surprised because Boston is a threat to that side. Now, Boston's got to shut the world up. Can they win it again? See, I already got 18. You want them to get number 19? I'll try to tell you the Lakers are okay. The only reason they're playing depleted teams now, but be personally, they do have a tough schedule. Anybody can beat the Lakers. They here's the thing though. I saw on YouTube there's a guy Ticket TV. He had somebody on there who was right. Yes, they haven't figured them out how to stop Luka and LeBron. They're working together now, but if one slip up, it's over. And I heard this, and I posted this on the community post. They said if Luca doesn't get no money, he may go to Houston. He may go to anybody. That's what I heard. That's just a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just saying it's a rumor. But if if the Lakers do something stupid, you bet not because they winning now. But if they do something stupid, not pay him, it's over because they in a full rebuild. That says a lot of what that trade was. That trade you cannot expect to get a trade like that for him and Anthony Davis. We know both of them are injury prone. Sometimes Luka is too. But why? Now Dallas will come back next year. This ain't their year to win it because everybody was getting hurt and Kyrie got hurt, and it's a shame what happened to him. And I've been paying attention to Dallas. I've been paying attention to my Pistons. I mean, they're doing good. We're a long way off. But do not be surprised. The playoffs are gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna pay attention to the Eastern Conference mostly and the West probably. I just don't care for the Lakers. I ain't gonna watch none of the playoff games. But if I have to, I have to. I'll get to see it. I might see it. I may see it. I ain't gonna be an asshole. I may see it. It's gonna be very interesting. Very interesting. And I used to watch people post the games and hear it on the radio on YouTube for the last couple of years, but now I get to see it. And I'm like, okay, let me get my YouTube TV going and be all on fire. He said, "What's wrong with the Suns? Oh, the Suns is just the Suns. They just overrated. They just terribly trash right now. But you get to see who they really are and expect who they are. I gotta say, man, I just purchased a game called Mass Effect, the series, the legendary series. I got all three of them. The edition. I gotta say, I should have played this years ago when they first came out. It's by EA, but who knows? It's pretty much a done deal. Like a lot of this stuff, you just got to get into what's going on. I'm just trying to keep my mind focused on a lot of things, and that's it. But the sports is one thing. Like that's what's going on to me. It's just it ain't like really much. It's just I'm not really expecting no big deals and people acting crazy or whatever. But I just look at it like this. Yeah, the Zelensky shit, I think that was a circus. I mean, Trump blew up. Like the one thing I don't care for Trump's ass, he made us look bad. Like that dude challenged him. You already in the so-called WW3. You already in, it's called terrorism, but he's the idiot right now. A lot of people can't stand Trump now. Europe and all that, we're done. I mean, you already saw what Zelensky said. He ain't stopping that war with Putin because Putin done broke all the promises. That's why I don't care for Putin. The hell with him. Putin's done, bro. Period. He's done. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah, man, it's pretty interesting what's going on. Yeah, football's at, and they just signed Saquon Barkley 40 something million uh a year, like 41 point million, $2 million. Like it's that shows you the time that you see in, like, running backs getting paid. Good for him. I'm just gonna put this right here. Yeah, it's crazy. And then they trying to hold on to Miles Garrett. Football is looking interesting right now. They trying to hold on to Miles Garrett. A lot of players and things like that. But me personally, like, shouts out to Raw, man. They and Ticket, they've been on this trade thing for a minute to talking basketball and stuff. And yes, I'm gonna get into the fight with Devontae Davis. I don't know if they're brothers to Keyshawn Davis. He just beat a Russian. I've seen that fight the other weekend. Was it last month or something like that? He beat the brakes off him and hit him to his knee and all that. But I don't know if they're brothers though from Baltimore. I'm not sure, but I think he was on Mace's show, Cam and Mace show. I just saw this morning, and I think he confirmed it. I'm not sure, but I'll double back. But Davis, to me, he lost that fight against dude, and I saw little highlights, and I said, "Man, that dude wasn't scared of Davis." I try to tell you something about Davis. He weak. He's all power but no skill. He's one of them light. There's a lot of lightweight boxers like him, but he's unique. But what saves him? He's been around Floyd so much, and I agree. And he's food everywhere he goes. Shakur will beat the brakes off of him, but he's a coward. He's a runner. Like I said, I don't take these dudes serious. I don't respect dudes like that. That's why boxing is so choreographed and fake. All sports done got choreographed. See, when wrestling came in, WWE came in, when they brought the choreographed idiots and the steroid idiots, that's what killed these sports. And if you notice, that's why LeBron exists. Prior to that, LeBron and that world did not exist in the early 2000s and the 90s. Because when I was growing up, a lot of that shit was real in organized sports, not in wrestling. No, you saw the fakeness in the 90s, but in back in the day, yeah, they was getting bleeding and all that 60s and 70s. But the 80s, the choreograph, that's where it really started. That's what changed. That's when money got in it and ruined everything. That's why Trump ruined the USFL. He won the lawsuit in '86, but lost it. But that Florida guy taught him how to finesse and lie and finagle. That's why he's president of the United States right now. That style worked for him for years and years, and he should have been president prior to that. Me personally, but he missed his opportunity because Obama won and Bush won. Those years he should have been president. All that maniacal schemes that would have worked. That would have worked early 21st century. That would have worked. But today's day is outdated. That's why a lot of people's against him and it's collapsing. And you see Zelensky acting crazy. He ain't gonna solve that. Now he is stopping certain things, but he's not doing everything. Like, no, he's helping the rich blacks, not the people that's on the bottom. All black people ain't that rich. The ones that's rich, you already know Floyd on them. That's why Floyd said Trump's a good president. That's his opinion. And I saw my son's little show called Shit Show, and he's right. But it explains I'm not biased either. Some people love Trump. I understand that, but it doesn't matter because he's still gonna get the heat for what he did in that last election. So Elon Musk, to me, controls that administration, me personally. And then that guy, 19 Keys, I told you about, he's unchecked power. He is unchecked power. It's just if you don't have that type of money, that's why I don't care for the Republican Party. Everybody tries to say they're conservative, they're conservative. They're really not conservative. They're hypocrites. They never will be conservative. They don't allow it. Three Syllables said this 4 years ago, and shouts out to Nagone saying this. There's nothing over there. So they explained to me they were liberal the whole time historically. I try to tell you, Republican liberals are what you would call classist people. Most people deem them as racist. That's what liberals are. Liberals are not left leaning. I hate to tell y'all. I used to think that as a kid they were, but there's lies to it. All liberals are not left leaning. They do not like the left at all, and I agree with that. I'm starting to believe they love the Republican Party more than they do Democrats' party. See, Democrats, a lot of people try to say they're leftists. Really, no, they're conservative. They just lock people up. They always say, I play both sides. I play both sides. That's a conservative person. An average conservative person is always in the middle. He don't lean toward the right. Because I used to say they lean toward the right a little bit, but they always play the middle. That's why a lot of people don't like conservatives. I'm trying to tell you. Go to conservative countries like I'll give you examples. Switzerland, Sweden, and all them northern Europe countries, and Switzerland is one of them. It's in between the east and the north, whatever. They're neutralist motherfuckers. That's why a lot of people don't like them. They believe in neutrality. That means they're conservative. They go when what they say, they go to war whenever. See, you can't trust a fucking country like that. That's why I say that's why I don't like none of them like that. That's a weak ass country to me. They don't want to give up their riches. That's a fact. That's why they're a joke to the rest of the world. America will never be that. America's about conquest. Yes, they're capitalistic, but they also liberal. That's their culture. That's why they're a utilitarian nation. That's why Rome fell based off Epicureanism I talked about 4 years ago. Epicurus was the father and foundation of the Roman Empire. Yeah, it was in Greece, but he also his doctrine spread the Roman Empire. And now you start looking at what America is, they adopted that. We think this country is. This country is all about control and destruction. That's all it is about. But this country is also about what they preach. It's the belief system. Most people are anti this and that. Yeah, you see it all the time. Me, I'm just out of it. I'm just let y'all do what y'all do. Yeah, everybody likes that, but that ain't gonna happen. That will never happen. I know Luca can take him there. I just don't trust him. He's a crybaby, and he's gonna. The refs don't give a fuck about him. That's what's gonna cost him. I already know. He's a good factor that took the Mavs. That's because they had Kyrie. Kyrie actually took him there. To be fair, it's a combination of him and you know, but Luca didn't have no defense, so the Celtics will sweep him again. Now the Celtics Lakers are they gonna play regular season? Yeah, I believe that. That'll be a game. I'll see that. I still got the Celtics beating their ass though. Lakers, they're in a good place. If they just get rid of LeBron and get all the mess he created, I will keep Vandy. I'll keep half of that roster. And they try to gonna get rid of Austin Reeves, watch, and they're gonna get rid of JJ Redick. And Ticket's right on that. But the thing what Ticket gets wrong is it takes time. But that guy said on his show, they will figure them out. They will. They're gonna get tired of them be on this streak and they're gonna knock the block off them. This is gonna start mid-March. A lot of people try to say it's gonna start end of March. No, it's gonna start mid-March. They'll have one slip up and them back to backs, they'll get you. LeBron said, I don't know how you can do it. He's playing with attention because of Luca. They play on the fly, he said. See? And Luca plays on the fly. But one night they're gonna fall off. It's just happened. It's the NBA. You're not gonna win them all. They lost it to the Charlotte Hornets team. Charlotte know the secret. The no other team knows. But if more teams do it, then you see who they are. Yeah, size gonna kill them because the game's gonna get tight, and you know they're gonna get tight in this month. And you don't tell you why. March Madness is around the corner. It's already around the corner. You're in it right now in the college teams, and you start seeing the NBA get tighter and tighter because it get close to April. It's a wrap, and then May comes around. You already know because it gets mucked up the game, and that's it. That's a whole nother story about the playoffs, but and the Super Bowl was incredible. Yeah, Saquon got that big money. He's gonna be there for a while. They got rid of a few players. Devontae Adams is gone from the Jets. It's pretty much it. That's those little things I've been looking at. Yeah, the internet world is dry. Everything's dry right now, but that's the whole purpose of who's in the White House. Because before that, when we had Biden and Harris, everybody was in drama. You saw Jag, you saw everybody in tune what's going on. But the main reason why people was in tune, they understand the levity of what's going on. And I think a lot of people get caught up into the circus. Like, I've been watching men against bitter women. Right. Shouts to the MABW. He has a good channel. He's balanced. I mean, he goes off on Kendra G's, like he don't make a whole lot. He's making a couple. He just recently started, but he does other content. He reacts to different things. He's a reaction talent, but fair and balanced. But he's not perfect either. And what he says about these females is very telling. But that's what they do. But he says something about what's in the chemicals in their hair, and that stuff is serious. And they don't take heed to guys like that. They hate guys like him because he done been there before. But the one thing I respect about him is that child support court, he does take care of his kids and everything's very consistent, but he's honest about who he is. He knows damn well that the system is against. We heard this all the time. I heard this years ago. He the only content creator that has a little bit of the red pill talking points, but he's very consistent what he believes in. He's out of all those guys, he talks about the court system. That's the main focus. If you're one of those people that struggle with that stuff, he knows that better than anybody. He knows that better than that dude Night Talk. But I just found out Night Talk used to be a border agent and got a book, and he's telling on himself. That says a lot about him. I kind of like dude now because now he's helping somebody, and now his channel looks presentable. Salute to him. He's got some good content, but all of them do. If you're looking for somewhat like the pure red pill content, but balanced a little bit, them two right there. That's red pill to me. Focus on the real stuff, but it's rare because it gets overlooked by the drama and the BS that you hear with these relationship content creators like you got that be doing these pathetic podcasts, and these hoes be laughing at them on X and whatever. And now you start seeing people looking at what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they just get caught up on nonsense and circuitry and circus. I just don't like the fact that people just get caught up on that. I just don't I just don't get it, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to say I'm trying to get it. Yeah. I'm gonna read this. Trump grants 1 month exemption for US automakers for new tariffs on the imports from Mexico and Canada. He exempts them from that. He said they ain't paying nothing. So basically Trump said they ain't paying shit. I don't blame him. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just too something, yeah. We cooking today. But you know, that's the whole point. I'm glad this is working. I like this now. And they send me a reminder. Shouts out to Restream. You know I'm gonna pay for it now. Hell yeah, this is worth it, content wise. And you gotta pay for that, pay for that motherfucker. But it's worth it. I'm gonna do this for during the spring. I'm gonna take a break from in the summer, and then I'll give y'all some recordings there and there. Drop a few. I'm gonna pick a day and drop a few, and then that's it. I don't know what I'm gonna do this summer and all that. I just gotta see what priorities is for this year. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think the whole thing about what's going on now in the sports world and everything else, but online is kind of dry. No one gives a damn about these hoes, these bops, these things. I call them things. They nothing but trash on platforms. But it's just what it is, bro. Everybody don't like nobody, but that's the whole point of the internet. It's entertainment. Y'all wanted this icon of on here. This is from a game called, I think it's called Outriders. It's by PCF, known as People Can Fly. They developed the game. They also developed a game called Bulletstorm. This icon is a pyromancer icon, and there's a skill called Feed the Flames. That's what this is. And then on the corner you see the volcanic ground. That's one of the skills. It's probably one of the most versatile skills in the game. But it deals with 4 classes. It's a online single, solo, and co-op game, but it's balanced. It's an online thing. It's automatic. They don't turn the servers off. It's like one of those online. It's not a server based online. It's like it's automatic online. It's like you're in a match by yourself or without co-op. That's the new standard now. I think they're trying to get away from shutting down servers for certain games, and certain developers say it's kind of stupid. I think PCF was the first one that ever did it. And this game still gets traction, but the old videos I've seen on YouTube, a lot of they tell you about builds. Fellas, be careful. If you ever play this game, be careful. Do not listen to these idiots telling about bad builds like they do hybrids. I did that when I very first played the game, and I didn't use no guide. And I beat the game like that. But then I had to pick a class tree in between the 3 skills of each 4 classes. I've noticed the bottom tree is more stronger for male characters than females, because I test this, and then the female characters I did first she was a devastator, and I put her in the middle tree instead of the top tree. I tried all 3 of them. I come to find out the middle tree suits her best. But then they got this World Slayer with the same concept, the PAX tree and what they call ascension trees. They helps your skill trees and all. But that's just, that's just video games. That's just a hobby of mine on the side. But yeah, I look at these classes, they're good. They're all pretty good. But my personal favorite is the Technomancer in the green and the Pyromancer. Those are the ones I like the most. The Devastator's cool too. That's like my third favorite. My least favorite is Trickster. Everybody use that. But do not listen to people that have builds from 3 to 4 to 2 years ago. They be lying on there. No, all builds are okay, but they're all mediocre. They don't work for everybody because it depends on how you play, what type of weapon. You're not going to get all those weapons they got. You got to really play the expeditions for some hours and a mix of the trials and balance the two out. If you ever beat the game, beat World Slayer, do not think about class gear. My advice I tell people if you're new to the game, do not think about it. Just get gear that makes sense. Learn the skills, learn the skill tree, and then stretch it out, and then you know what you like and don't like. That's how you go from there. If you like the bottom tree, that's anomaly. The top tree is the I would say bonus firepower, the BFP tree. That's why I call it. A lot of people call it FP. I say BFP because it's bonus firepower. Then the military survival, you can be both and balance it out, be a tank per se. It's one of those games like that, and add mixtures of Fallout 4 and Witcher 3, that concept with the skill trees and the lore and the gear. You know how that goes. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Oh, salute Onzo. I didn't see you there. Salute. But it goes to show you where we at today. And I think a lot of stuff is happening, you know, and I talked about 19 Keys last week. He said something valuable about technology and the AI stuff. Like a lot of that stuff has been discussed for years, but you got to understand the world is broken. Um, Everybody's not with it like that. It's just something that we see, and I'm just looking at it from that perspective. I just don't care for individuals that be on some nonsense. I don't really care for nobody at this point, at the time that people get caught up in. So yeah, I got plenty of time. I'm just looking at what's going on. So put this phone down. But anyways, I've been keeping up with a lot of stuff. I don't be watching news like I used to because I'm just looking at what's going on. And rest in peace to Gene Hackman. I used to watch a movie called Hughes. It's a great movie. Talks about the Indiana style basketball. That was a great movie. He's a good actor. He plays in everything. And he passed away, and they thought he was gone. And then you talk about Angie. I think Angie Stone passed in a car crash. They said she died similar to Lisa Lopez on the Rumble channel. I found Basketball Facts. Salute to him for that. There's some truth to that. Unexpected. Shame that she died, but now it goes. Black Hollywood. I don't care about Black Hollywood or Hollywood. No one cares nothing about. But did y'all see Zoe Saladana saying she's not black? I'm this and this. She's a whole clown. Ain't nobody studying her. Who uses the word Hispanic anyway? Hispanic, that applies to Spain. That don't apply to them brown people. Now they can call themselves that. They probably have a little bit of them, but 95% of them will not be accepted in Spain because they got to add mixture of the indigenous. Because you know how class and should I say racist the Spanish people are. They showed their hand to me back in 2020. I'll say 2010 when I was 22 years old. In 2010 or 2010 or 2010 at the time, I was 22 at the Linux Mall. They showed their hand. And they look down on the brown person that's from places like Mexico, whatever, and they don't care for those people. They act like they do. They don't. They just use them for convenience. It hasn't stopped. But people get caught up and act like this has changed the world, but it hasn't stopped. It's never stopped. Come on now. It's never stopped. And then expect people to enjoy and love the fact that what's going on, and you just You out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. But Ticket said right. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. That's what I heard. Salute, man. But it's just what it is, man. It's just like what Ticket was saying about Kevin Durant being disgraceful, which he was, but that's Kevin. You know, he's gonna argue with the coach, and a lot of people say in his comments that he's a mama's boy. I saw one of his live streams. I said, yeah, he was, but who cares? You know, a lot of people still gonna love Kevin regardless, just like they do LeBron. And Ticket is entertaining as hell, but he has his points there. But he said something about that fight with Davis and his childhood friend from Baltimore. Me personally, the guy's just better than him. Nobody likes Devontae Davis. His delusional fans will make excuses. They all gonna make excuses. Keep taking out to know this. I'm a Floyd guy. No one likes Floyd. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm a Pacquiao guy, but no one likes Floyd. Floyd's trash. And I know he comes from the boxing world, Lions in boxing community, Lions in basketball community. You know, Ticket TV is known to have debates and that wild stuff. And a lot of people say he's outrageous stuff. He'd be over there, Chilltown Players Choice. It goes to show you where he's at with it. It's a good channel. He's got good content. But that trade, he's right about LeBron did not know about it, didn't run that by. See, Nico Benson, people forget he's cool with Nike. Even though he used to work for Nike, he was a Nike agent, but he was cool with Anthony Davis before LeBron. See, people don't know that. That's how that trade happened. They ran it by Anthony Davis. He knew, but he didn't really know they was gonna do it like that with Luca. That's what set him off. And Luca's not his boy, right? They try to say it didn't work. It works now. They figure out how to play together. They had no choice until the playoffs. That's what we're gonna see this season, and then the playoffs. We're gonna see are they gonna maintain that? I don't think they can maintain that long. They're doing it just to appease Luca. Does LeBron like it? No. A lot of people say he scored 50,000 points. Who cares? That's regular season playoffs, right? That ain't the all time leading scoring list. I'm researching all time leading scorer list. That's career points, by the way. All time leaders in the NBA. Oh, Kevin Durant 30,000, Carmelo 28,000, Dirk 31,560, LeBron 41,871. Let's look at the stats. Look at the NBA stats. Kareem has 38,000 at the time. Yeah, Kareem had 38,387. LeBron's got 41,871. And the reason being games played 1,548 games played. But his career points is 50,000. Playoffs and regular season to combine career points is 50,000. That's talking about regular season and playoffs. That don't make him lie. People say he did this and that and call him LeBlanco. Who cares? You know, LeBron did that. Now, LeBron's games play, he played 1,548, but Kareem played more games than him, 1,560 points. But he didn't have the most minutes. LeBron played the most minutes in those games. So LeBron didn't play a whole lot of games. He missed some games, but he's a stat guy. But his field goal percentage is 50.7%, but Kareem's field goal percentage is 55.9%. He didn't shoot a lot of three-pointers. LeBron does in this era. And where he beats Kareem at is the free throw, 73.7%. He was an average free throw shooter, and Kareem's free throws was right around the same margin, 72.1. Karl Malone had 74% free throw shooter. That's his percentage of all time. Kobe Bryant was 83.7%. He could have had higher than that. And Michael Jordan was 83.5. Him and Kobe had the same identical percentage in free throw percentage. Interesting. Dirk had 87. He had the highest free throw percentage out of all of them. And he's up there. And Dirk is the sixth player that had 31,000 club when he was playing at the time. And he's top 10 of the scoring list. Wilt was up there, Dirk was up there. It's crazy. Shaq was all-time leading scorer. Kevin Durant's getting up there. Kevin might pass everybody if he keeps playing. I'm just gonna keep it real. Kevin's up there. If he keeps playing, if LeBron retires, he might pass him. I try to tell you, it could be Kevin. Hell, it may. Hell, let me tell you something. Hell, it may be. It may be. Who else? Paul Pierce retired early. Ain't that much. Westbrook is low. He ain't gonna score no more. He out of there. Vince Carter, they had a chance out. So all-time leading score list goes to 50 players. Tom Chambers is on the bottom. He's on the list. He's on the all-time score list. So it's Tom Chambers from 50, and I'm going this to 40. Larry Bird is on the all-time score list. He's number 40, and Tom Chambers number 50. Gary Payton is above Larry Bird. Damian Lillard's up there. Now, Damian can do it. If he's still playing, Damian Lillard's got 13 years. He can do it if he wants to put his heart into the scoring, which he probably won't do. Charles Barkley was up there, 31. Allen Iverson. These are all guys retired. Now, DeMar DeRozan's up there. He's 28th. He's right behind Patrick Ewing. But if he keeps playing like he's playing, he can get it. But I don't think he's gonna get it. It depends on is he willing to do it. It's a lot of people ain't up there yet. So the top 20 from Kevin Garnett, from Havlicek, I'll say like this. Kevin Garnett to Moses Malone, I'll say like that. And I'll tell you who number 12 is. Elvin Hayes, James Harden. He's up there. Now he's trying to get up there. If Harden does that, he's up there. He has a shot because he's consistent on the free throw line. You got Elijah 1, 14, 15, Oscar Robertson, 16, Dominique Wilkins, 17, Tim Duncan, Paul Pierce, and I said to Havlicek, 19, and Garnett. Now, top 10, you already know. Carmelo's top 10 on this list. Shaquille O'Neal, of course. Number 9. Number 8, Kevin Durant. He may catch him. Wilt is number 7. And Dirk Nowitzki is number 6. I remember him. He's number 6 on the list. That's top 10. And then you stop right there from 6 to 10. Then the top 5 is MJ, Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and LeBron. LeBron James is 4th on the assist list. John Stockton has 15,806 assists. Chris Paul's up there. He trying to get Stockton's record. Jason Kidd retired. LeBron tried to do it, but he ain't going to be able to do it. He's going to retire soon. It's crazy, bro. But that goes to show you about the NBA, where it's at and all this stuff. Yeah, he's a stat battle machine. That's his whole thing. That's all his career is. It's over for him. He tried to do something that ain't never been done before. He worse than Brady. That's the thing about LeBron. LeBron is the modern day Tom Brady in basketball. I try to tell you, a lot of people don't want me to compare that, but that's a fair comparison. But if you think about it, that's the name the guys listen. Y'all listen to this stream. I said it and I talk a little bit of sports here, there, and there, but I know some shit. I used to read about basketball. I used to play it in the day when I was younger, and I cherish this game a lot, even though I love other sports too. But this is the sport I know the most. And yes, I know all the old legends. You can't tell me about Joe Folks and all them. I used to read about them a lot. Frank Stahl, when he used to play for the Rochester Royals, where they were originally known as the Seagrams. And, that's holding us up. That's one of my favorite teams in the NBA in the world, small market wise. I'm a Spurs guy all day. Let's not forget that. Still love the Spurs. And then the Eastern Conference teams, you already know I'm a big, big Pistons guy and a Bulls guy all day. So let's not get it fucked up. Let's not get it fucked up. There's several teams I like in the NBA, but the main ones I really like is the Pistons and the Bulls because I like how they build the Bulls' career after they lost to them in the Eastern Conference in 1991, and that's how it is. But Pistons is a great team too. I like their history too, besides the bad boy Pistons and all that. Yeah. But it's kind of funny. And speaking of the Kings, they were founded. I'm going to give you a history lesson. They was founded since 1923, Pacific Division, Western Conference, right? But if you go by the history, 1923 when it was founded in a different league. 1942, they was known as the Rochester Seagrounds. Like I said, I know about my history. Rochester Eber Seagrounds in 1942, 1943 in a different league. They were the Rochester Pros, 1943, 1945. But when they became the NBL, see, that was in their own league, and they went into the NBL. The new league is Rochester Royals since 1945 to 1948. They were the Rochester Royals, and then when there was the BAA and the NBA, 1948 to 1957, they were still the Rochester Royals. Then back in BAA and the NBA since 1948 and 1957, and they left that to Cincinnati that same year. The Cincinnati Royals, 1957, 1972. See, I'll tell you the year they were the Royals. 45 and 48 in the NBL days, the original NBL. See, they won one, and they say they have two championships, but technically they have one NBA championship since 1951. But technically they got two championships. The NBL they won in 1946. That was their first championship in the NBL. That was their first championship. I didn't know that, and that's about accurate. And they did one in the NBA in 1951. So in a different league, there was the NBL. They won in 1946 when the league was founded, right? And they merged with the BAA, and you know how that goes. But the association around that time, I'll say 48, there was already a chance in another league. But here's the thing: they were the NBA champs in 1951. The last championship was about 70 plus years ago. If they won one this year, that'd be the first time they win in Sacramento. But Sacramento's a rare team to win it. They had a chance in the early 2000s, but I don't know what happened. They front office is their main weakness historically, who they are. You know, Doug Christie's interim head coach. I hope they keep him. So yeah, Sacramento's got an interesting history. They still the Rochester Royals that when they won. There was in Cincinnati, Ohio years ago. There was in 1957, 1972, but they were also the Kansas City, Omaha Kings in Nebraska since 1972, 1975. That's when they was in Nebraska / Kansas City on the line. And then they went to Missouri, Kansas City, 1975 to 1985. That's the last time they were the Kansas City Kings, and they're gone. They were Sacramento since 1985, our generation. And they play in the Golden One Center, by the way. Purple, black, royal purple, and gray. That's their colors. But they used to wear the blue and white colors, the old colors. As Kansas between and then Omaha, Nebraska on the line. I just said it. Rochester Seagrams, a semi-professional team. They were known as a semi-professional team back in the day as Rochester Seagrams historically. That's their history if you look it up on the wiki. Great franchise. Let's talk about their 1946 championship. Do they have it? Do they have it? They have all types of players. That's the old ass team that they got. See, y'all know Oscar Robinson and what you call Nate Archibald played this franchise. He played the Kings, and Oscar Robinson played the Royals, which is known as the Kings Day. That's their history, and that's the same franchise. Rise of DeMarcus Cousins. See, y'all know those. I know the originals who they were. Yeah, Cincinnati Royals got some strange colors, but they still Sacramento Kings. You know, that's who they are. That's their history. They were the original Royals. They're the same franchise. You just look it up. It's one of my favorite small market teams. Like they had some players that I like. Don't get me wrong. And it's just incredible that they haven't won a championship since 70 plus years. That's a long damn time. All good, Supreme Elder, DJ, Mr. DJ Music, real good, real good. It's been a lot going on. I've been chilling, just keep my mind right and all this other stuff. Not worry about too much of the political stuff because Trump is just there being a fool. But that Zelensky stuff, I didn't like that meeting. A lot of people try to say he did. No, he didn't. And he made us look bad, bro. Zelensky looks serious, and Putin's done anyway. it's going to hurt him at the end because Putin is ousted by his own people. You know, this media, this can be reversed in 3 to 4 years from now if something happens to Trump or whatever. And Elon Musk, that guy said, what he said, he was unchecked power. He is unchecked power for now until someone try to really do something to him. So I try to tell you, X is dry right now. What y'all call Twitter is formerly known as Twitter, but known as X. It's dry right now. Ain't nobody joining that because they know who's in the White House. But that's the stuff that I see what it is. But a lot of things you just look at what's going on today. I mean, I think the military people's okay. Some of them are pissed. Some of them are angry about what that Matthew guy did. And then Ticket TV said that guy's a Trump supporter. Not surprised. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it because it's sensitive. But you got to understand the world is different right now because you got somebody in office dictating your life and all this other stuff. But that can be reversed in 4 to 3 years or 4 to 6 years from now because they do it all the time. But whoever you vote for, a lot of people say, we ain't going to have a woman president. It's a possibility we may not, but we probably will. Don't be surprised if that does happen because the backlash of the guys that really make sure what was going on. See, a lot of people they just get caught up on the circus surface level, what's going on. But these women that were presidents in other countries, like I looked at one in Brazil, they tried to run her out, that didn't work. Angela Merkel did some things in Germany a lot of people didn't like. She turned a lot of things around to make Germany the most popular place to live. Even though she probably wasn't perfect on other issues, but she understands that having that concept of what the country would look like is something that you would look like. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people they just get caught up on the wrong things and that's just the things of that's just saying something about it. You know what I'm saying? But I just know that the world is changing. I don't get mad at frivolous stuff like I used to. Like I look at what online is and the internet is crazy and too invasive. I had to update my security on my end. I said, man, let me get some protection up in this mug. The internet's just wild right now. I tell you, it's been dry since lately. A lot of dry ass content. Only thing I can talk about is sports, really, what's going on in the sports world, because everybody's delusional. You got LeBron fans are delusional as hell, and Ticket said it best, man. They always been like that, but I blame the scandal what happened to Kobe Bryant with that the essay or should I say sexual allegations or charges they were dropped, but that could have ruined the man's career. But it was already ruined anyway because they didn't want him to be like Mike anyway. He was in a Laker jersey. So what they did was they proved who they are and who they side with made sense. It's just what it is, you know. But let's see what's going on here. But like what's going on right now? What I say about the sports world? I'm just through talking about basketball. What's going on right now? It's just crazy, man. It's people are divided about these relationship content creators and things like that. The Pop the Balloon Show has been saturated trash. Thanks to MABW, man. He broke it down and he said he always used the word busted yams on these females. And it is. And then I saw one last night before I went to bed. I went early this morning. I slept through the Suns game. I saw the tail end of that. And then after I got done, I got up. I was nodding off. I stayed up a little bit and I went to bed around like 1 or 2 or something. After I got done with that video with Emma, they were talking about the woman did the, you know what? They would say the back door. He didn't want the front door. Y'all know what I mean by that because I'm not gonna get into detail. But she said it on this woman. She tried to be like Kendra G. Her name is Ashley. She's trash anyway. She's a plastic uh model thing or bitch or whatever. I don't even care for her. But she has all that weird makeup. But she looks bad. Someone said in his comment section, she looks terrible, right? And I agree. But she's doing it for entertainment and try to degrade females that are look normal and all that. But she look worse than them. I'm just keeping it real. Ain't nothing appealing about her. But the one thing about it I can say about the other girl, she was goofy as hell. And then what bothered her was when she said that, she tried to say that guy's on the DL, on the download, right? But if you watch his channel and you watch his page, you can go find him. He does recent, video of what he talking about with girl. She liked that shit. Then he's trying to say a man, and she tried to be so smart, trying to say a man cannot have bad breath. They cannot have bad breath. I'm like, girl, aren't you the one that has bad breath? You went down on him. He put that thing beside your asshole. Y'all know what I mean by that. And you went down on him. And you got a stank mouth, a funk breath. Make that make sense. I mean, you females, you failures need to cut y'all ain't even so-called women. I don't even call them women no more because real women don't expose their intimate details online, especially if they say they're looking for a proper man. I'm talking about a proper man that takes care of them, all the stuff they talk about, right? Why in the hell would you go on another female show? And see, this is why females don't like each other, fellas. They never did and they never will. This modern generation they've always been oversharing since probably 2012. A lot of people try to say they overshare no, they've been doing this since 2012. I've seen this on X for years. When the smartphone became the thing, that's what killed relationships. That's what killed the fucking internet. Prior to that, was not like that. No. Because when I was on the internet for years ago, when I was starting YouTube out on my very first channel, it was not like that. It was peaceful. Not everybody was vulgar, not even ballistically vulgar. They knew their place. Everybody had balance. See, we separate the two worlds. You got the digital world, and you got the outside world. You actually do real things, but the digital world ruined the outside world. Once the smartphones came, everybody's on it. Oh, I'm outside, screaming outside bullshit since 2012 and now. And the content has been stale trash since 2012. I've been seeing this shit for years and years, and I've been saying it will never stop. What's going on, Khalil? Salute. Yeah, Darren Dangerous Cop. I'm glad he said that. Shouts out to, I just read that. And he said, Trump wants money, Musk wants power, quite of the dangerous combo. Hell yeah. That's exactly. And the guy said this. He said, Elon is unchecked power, which is some truth to that. Trump can't control him. And you see what's going on with that little meeting they had, and then that vice president retarded got it. Yeah, it got blended to the. Yeah, that's what you got now. That's you see in certain video games and movies. Like if you pay attention to certain games that have a lot of sci-fi and stuff and role playing games, most role playing games is gone sci-fi. Some of them do the medieval stuff. Some of them do all types of stuff. Right? Look at the messages in the games and the movies. Why is everything sci-fi and medieval balance in between? I'll tell you why. If you study history and you study the sci-fi history of years ago, they were saying this 90s when we was kids, whatever, or 21st century. They've been talking about stuff like this. Now you got certain games that talk about. I mentioned this last week about Fallout 4. They mentioned cryogenic stuff, and if you play the game, if you actually play it for entertainment purposes, the character goes into cryogenic states with his family. His wife's on the other side, and the son's over there with his mother. But you, the father, or whoever you pick as protagonist, husband, wife, they go on the opposite sides if whoever's holding the kid, no matter if you play as a female character or a male character. As a male character, if you play Nate, you watch your wife die by a killer, but he was programmed to control your son to be a scientist as a replacement. It's called the Institute. They did some weird ass shit. You got a lot of games like that. You got a lot of games, what they call it, Outer Worlds by Obsidian that helped created the Fallout series with Bethesda. And they came up with this concept, stole from Fallout, and called the cryogenics in that game. And this game that I'm currently playing now for like solo and co-op, but it's kind of left for dead now, but it's still a good game. You can play it by yourself. It's called Outriders. That concept. See, a lot of those games like that, you see games like that, you see features. That's the standard now in the storyline, if you notice. And they never explain what happened on Earth in the future. You know why? Because it's too damning. It's too much evidence of violence. And so if we're going that way, we're going that way. So do not be surprised they mention cryostasis to people in the future and advertise wherever it is online. Do not be surprised because they're trying to get into space so bad to prove the world that we have evolved, like the Jetsons. So again, this stuff is nothing new. Dr. Blade Runner. Yeah, it's crazy. But it's a lot of movies and video games like that. Mass Effect is just a poor man's version of the future where they at there. But if you look at all the games that come out and try to emulate those games, it's kind of accurate what's happening to the world now. I'm not saying we're going to space. I'm just saying, but you hear the term cryo stuff. That's something to talk about. They don't want to talk about it because that's not a thing, but it is going to be a thing in the future. They talk about microchips and all that. You know how many times people say microchips? That will never happen. You know why? Because it's in your phones. They already got RFID chips in your phones. They already tracking you. They don't care nothing about you. Now you got security players like Guardia, all that shutting that shit down. If you get it, you got to protect yourself. It's a youth thing, not a let's get together and help people and all this other stuff. Get with the program. So yeah, I'm just looking at what's going on right now. But I'm just looking at what's going on. Yeah. No, they don't have to do it. It's just a lot of stuff that's going to happen in time, because way Elon's doing things, he's doing some dangerous shit. But some people that can't stand it. But this is who certain people voted for. This is what they get. This is what they want. They want the tech world. You got it. They said those cyber trucks ain't worth a damn. You saw what happened in that incident with old boy Matthew, and he did some damage. I told you earlier in the stream that he's a supporter there. So don't get me started. Like I said, he's not. I don't want to hear nothing. People fuck what people say. I don't care if y'all don't like it. The hell with y'all that say he ain't. He is. I got that from Ticket TV from breaking that down. Shouts out to him. And I did my own research into it. I'm not surprised. I'm not going to get into it. Yeah, he was Green Beret, but he was been there too long, but he told on himself. A lot of people say, oh, that's what they say. I don't care what the feds say. The feds be lying. Half the time they be lying about bullshit all the time. Fuck what they think. They lying. Because if they told the real truth who he was, you won't have this problem. That's why it's over. Like the media thing is hogwash now. So they can't say nothing about this video and they can't say nothing about the stream. I've been doing this for a long time and I've dissect certain things and I done said what I need to say 4 years ago. I done said so many decades ago. It's been proven. People doing research. They ain't really flagging people like they used to because it's over. When Trump got in there the first time, you didn't see a lot of takedown channels. But if this is becoming the trend next year, I ain't gonna say next year, but if this becomes the trend in the future after, because I know he ain't gonna do another term, it's over for both parties because that lets me know they're going to push this technology shit. And probably if you hear cryostasis for the military or whoever, candidates, you just get ready because it's a different world out here, man. Because a lot of stuff I be seeing ain't looking too good. They have a lot of messages, but that can come into life, and there you are. So we're coming up on the hour. I'll talk to y'all a couple more minutes, but yeah, I had to talk about sports a little bit of what's going on with after the results of the Dallas and Laker trade. This is a big process. I don't think the Lakers won the trade because if they don't work together during the playoffs, it's over. It's set up to Boston to win a championship. Me personally, everybody's pushing Cleveland, OKC to the finals. The media's pushing them so hard because they think LeBron can win a championship, which he ain't going to, because LeBron's not gonna play like that all the time. And I don't trust JJ Redick. Can he make adjustments? I don't believe him. They're gonna figure JJ out because JJ's not a good coach. He's a good role player, 3-point shooting, a point guard that's good from Duke. And then I've seen him when he played for the Sixers, the Magic, all that. To me, he's overrated. He ain't shit. The only reason the Lakers is good is because Luka. To be fair, Luka Doncic, I like Luka Doncic. He's a good player because I remember because I used to like Dallas when he played there. Trading him was kind of crazy. Me personally, Dallas kind of wanted for the win now. I've said they injured. Yeah, they injured for now. But you may never know about Anthony Davis. If he comes back and gets healthy and they got other pieces, we don't know. Kyrie's hurt. I don't know if they're going to shut down Anthony Davis. If they do, that's cool. If not, ain't no telling what Jason Kidd got under his sleeves. Draymond Green's wish might come true. And somebody called him El Burrow on the other channel. Shouts out to the commish. He said he called him El Burrow on the channel. His shit might come true. They're a dark horse in the Western Conference. Don't count them out. If the Warriors beat any of these teams in the play, any of these teams, and then get to the finals, Jimmy Butler did this before with Miami. Do not be surprised they be in the playoffs and try to win it all. And yes, my father said, hey, he said, son, size is going to kill them in the Lakers. Absolutely, it will kill them. But who can handle it more? The Warriors. The Lakers can't because the guys they got is inexperienced. They never been to a championship. Rudy Hachimura been to a conference finals, yeah, with LeBron, but the other guys, they knew they're going to get washed and destroyed and get exposed because the games are close when they play teams. Teams should have beat them. Ain't the refs. Don't blame the refs. That's the regular season. That's not real. The refs don't give a damn about the regular season. They care about the playoffs because everybody's getting paid. Rasheed Wallace and Sheed and Tyler said on his podcast, and Rasheed Wallace broke down and said, they get paid for the playoffs. And when he was playing, that was standard. When he said that, I knew then. Yeah, people been saying it for years, but he said it out of his own mouth. A former NBA player, a former champion saying it to you, they do that on purpose. And then he said something about the San Antonio series in 05. I saw both of them series. I saw the one he beat the Lakers in 04. That was a classic. And then the year when they played San Antonio, I did see that one. And David Stern wanted the Spurs to win. They did not want Detroit to go back to back like they did a long time ago. That's saying something. That's saying something. Yeah, these trucks that got now, they like the self-driving ones are trash. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they very are. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, I said that earlier. They are trash, man. There's bad reports on them, bad reviews, and they suing and all that shit. He ain't gonna have it. What's saving Elon is that money, bro. That presidential money and all that other stuff and the things, the deals that Trump had him going. That's what's saving him. But you're seeing this stuff around, and this is the future. So yeah, let me see something real quick. Capitalism. Let's see something real quick. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Power Minister. Got all the sets. It's 304 right now. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see something go on here. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. Yeah, they suck. Yeah, they do. Do it that way. Yeah. Let's see. Edit avatar. Hmm. Had this for a minute. Fixing wave. Open. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Done. Who's that? Okay, edit avatar. What didn't happen? Okay, okay. Let's edit avatar for me. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Okay. Had to move it around for a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I was switching avatars and shit. Okay. I had to get it. So, appreciate that everybody come through. But you know how it is. You know how it is. And then that's just how it is. The world is a little different. And then you're just looking at it, what's going on. But yeah, how to switch it through and all that. But anyways, that's all I got, man. Like, but it's a lot to talk about. The sports world is crazy, and then and B with the injury and all this stuff. I talked about a lot of injuries, like the Dallas and they thing, what's going on with the Lakers and all that. I'm just recently talking about the Sixers. I said, yeah, it's over time, but and yeah, Embiid's through. I mentioned that a little bit early in the stream. A lot of stuff going on, and then the championship, then Saquon. I talk about a lot of stuff. I talk about sports and everything, little politics in between. This is one of just to update what's going on the daily Hump Dump. The 14th edition, the 15th edition will come the week after next Wednesday. So I'll be seeing y'all, and that's all I got, man. Let me get back to this, thing, and I'll be straight. I'll see y'all the week after next Wednesday. Shalom to the people of Israel, to the Gentiles, as always. Until next time, sign off and I'm out.